Hello everybody and welcome back to another live stream here on Noki Plays. Today I'm going to be jumping back into Pokemon Sword, where I'm going to start my journey of finishing the Pokédex off here in Galar. Hopefully it won't take me too long, but I am looking forward to the fact that here in just, a month we're going to be getting Pokemon home. So I think that's going to even improve my odds even more, so that I can then move on to focusing on to shiny hunting and Gigantamax hunting and all that stuff. But I hope you're looking forward to another adventure here where I will be starting the Pokédex challenge. Alright, so what I am going to do is turn that down. I'm going to get my chat up here so that any of you would like to, you can go ahead and jump in the chat, say hello. Maybe you can even throw out a suggestion as to what Pokemon I should hunt next. I am going to dive into my Pokédex here to start out with. Ooh, it's interesting that they give you current recommendations. That is really cool. I have not actually heard anybody talk about that. Okay, well, I'll go with your recommendation then, Mr. Rotomdex. So, let's go for either C-Dot or Oddish. Guess I don't have those. Start off real casual, like. Yep, I already see the leaves of an Oddish. Oddish? Oh, you know what? I totally skipped over the very first thing I was going to do that'll make all of this possible, which is to actually build a hunting team. So right now I have way overpowered Pokemon. I mean, a level 100 is not going to be able to adequately catch this, but let me try and throw out a quick ball quickly. And at least I can maybe get the opportunity to catch it just right off the get-go. And then after this, I will focus on actually building myself a hunting team. Nice. I wonder how many of these Pokemon I could legitimately just quick ball catch without any real effort at all. Should almost try. If exposed to moonlight, it starts to move. It roams far and wide at night to scatter its seeds. I'll make my camera here a little bit smaller. Pokédex updated. Yeah, let's name him Vidalia. Oh man, I really need to get that keyboard thing that you just like. Mike, welcome to the stream. Nice to see you, sir. How many Mons am I at? Let me check. I don't actually know off the top of my head. That's a good thing to start out with, isn't it? Then I can set myself a goal. So currently I have 160 caught, 305 seen. So kind of a low place to start. I'm only, what, a quarter? Essentially, a little over a quarter of the way there. Let me go in here though and adjust my team to be a little bit more appropriate for this. So I'm going to take out Mosa and Hydro. Of course, Red Riot can't stay in there because he's way overpowered for this endeavor. I'll probably just build a team because I don't exactly want to use any of my main dudes. My main mons, because they're just going to be too overpowered overall. Plus, I'm going to need to focus on what's best used to catch Pokemon, so I'll need Pokemon that can put Pokemon to sleep, paralyze, Pokemon that can learn False Swipe. You can learn sleep, but I don't know if I have any. I'll probably want to start with something low, like a low leveled Mon, and then level it up. Ooh, Dainty. It's only level 24 Gossifleur. I actually like Gossifleur, I think, more than I like Eldegoss as far as design goes. So if I were to use a Gossiflower, I would almost be compelled not to evolve it. Let me figure out my paralyzed Pokemon first. What am I going to use here? This is my special Gigantamax one that I got transferred over. I could use that. It'd be nice if I had one that knows or can learn Nuzzle. I should. I'm gonna open up my data decks. If you haven't been on any of, I'm almost gonna turn them. If you haven't been in any of my videos or streams before, I always suggest you guys download data decks. It's an app, a free app that you can download on most phones, but not all phones. So you'll have to check to see if yours is capable of doing it. But it's literally a Pokédex in your pocket. It has everything you would need to know about literally everything. Just like a Pokédex would. So I can go in here. I wish I could show you on screen. I'll go into Pikachu quickly because I want to know at what level Pikachu learned Thunder. Okay, so just Nuzzle. So it doesn't. It has to, like, essentially. Okay. Oh, Mr. Tingles. He's getting put in there. He knows Nuzzle, which is one that I would like to utilize, and Acid, which poisons, which can also be very helpful when catching. I mean, you have to be very careful with that one because obviously you run the risk of it being a situation where you're sorry, I had to get my stream back up here. You run the risk where you're obviously going to knock it out. Same thing with Nuzzle. Obviously it paralyzes, but it also does damage, but it doesn't do a lot of damage, so it's not probably going to be that big of a deal, especially if I keep this Pokemon like right at or around level 60. And I'm wondering if he can learn False Swipe as well, since he does have, you know, hands that you think he would be able to use. I mean, I've been wrong many times in the past of which ones I feel like would know False Swipe, so I'm not even gonna pretend like I know that off the top of my head, but either way, it seems like he should know it. Let's see here. I still need to get Aubrey her ice cube when she comes home. Let's go back over to grass and figure out which one I'm going to utilize for a sleeper cell. I don't know that any of them know it off the top of their head. I didn't see any before. There's poison powder, but that's already covered. Stun Spore, it's paralysis. And that's a pretty low level, so I'm assuming at some point it could probably learn to sleep. Let's pop it in and check out what it can do. Alright, and then basically at this point, I need to find other ones that can learn False Swipe and also cover a wide range of resistances, essentially, like heavy defense and resistances. So maybe I'll go with like a steel type Pokemon. Berserker would be a fun one to use. Then again, so would Dumbo. I haven't used Caparaja yet. I've been wanting to check it out. So yeah, I used Berserker before. Let's use Caparaja on this. Or, well, it's not Caparaja yet, but you know what I mean. Evil Tires, welcome to the stream. Sorry, I didn't see you there before. How are you doing today? And thanks for the offer. TST Destroyer, welcome to the stream. Trying to complete the Pokédex as well. What number are you at currently? I just found out that I'm at like, what, 150 or something like that? Cause there's 150 or more to see. Sorry. My kids and I were actually just singing that song yesterday. Right here. What else should I add, guys? Ladies and gents, what else should I put on here? I'd be tempted to throw up a Mr. Mime, or maybe try to get my Glalie or Frostlass. Do I have a female? I do. 312, man. Awesome job. That's awesome. You are so close. Way closer than I. I think I am going to throw Cryo out there. I don't remember the exact specifications for evolving her, though, into Frostlass. I love Frostlass so much. It's one of my favorite, up there amongst one of my favorite Pokemon. Maybe top 10. I don't know. I haven't done a favorite Pokemon list, so it's something I still would love to do for my favorites. I could also evolve some of these Milkrees. I also have not focused on evolving my Impidimp yet either. So I'm going to throw him out there. Urukai. I mean, because then I can at least... And I want to get rid of Monitor off the party. Oh, you know what I could do? I don't have a Gloom. Might as well. You need Hitmontop, eh? I don't think I have a Hitmontop. Hitmontop, if I remember correctly from previous generations at least, it was what? Hitmonchan has a, you have to have a higher attack than defense. Hitmonlee is a higher defense than a, no, maybe I'm getting that backwards. Higher attack than defense, and then Hitmontop, it has to be balanced. Is that still, you know, applicable here? I do want to level them up so that they're at least around level 60. So let's start with Urukai. I do want to check really quickly here. With the data decks. Go to Gen 8. That's the cool thing too, with the data decks you can actually break it down, like where you can search for just certain Pokemon from certain generations. And so I can go in here to Generation 8, and then you can also break it down by typing, so you can filter it out so it's by Generation 8 fire types, or Generation 8, you know, blah blah blah, whatever type you want. So I'm gonna go Generation 8 Fairy, Impidimp, because I want to know, it's 32 and then 42, so if I want to be leveling this thing up, let's use 5 of these just to see where that gets me. So it's already going to be a Grimmsnarl, that's cool. And it looks like it's putting it right around the level that I actually need it at too, which is also awesome. Careful! Okay, let's learn the move Dark Pulse. Check yes, because Dark Pulse is awesome. I think I am going to get rid of a get rid of Swagger, because I love Dark Pulse, I really do. And I don't really generally use Swagger too much in battle. What is Nasty Plot again? I always forget. User stimulates its brain by thinking bad thoughts. This sharply raises the user's... No. It's gotta learn some fairy moves. I mean, yeah, it's fairy and dark overall. So, maybe with this one... I'm gonna get rid of Sucker Punch. I know Sucker Punch can be pretty useful, but in this scenario, I'm not really going for strategic as much as I'm just looking for Pokemon to hunt with. User turns the target's power against it. The higher the target's attack stat, the greater the damage it deals. Ooh. Let's get rid of Assurance for that one. Sounds like a great idea. I'm gonna make the goal that I can at least get 50 added to my Pokédex by the end of this stream. I bet you I can do that. I mean, especially if I'm evolving some of my old Pokemon. When it gets down on all fours, as if to beg for forgiveness, it's trying to lure opponents in so that it can stab them with its spear-like hair. Wow. Wants to learn False Surrender. What is that? User pretends to bow its head, but then it stabs the target with its disheveled hair. This attack never misses. Okay, so that's a power level 80. I also, why is it so difficult? I don't think I want to get rid of anything. I like Dark Pulse too much. May also leave the target flinching. And it's the same power level, 100% accuracy, or 100 accuracy, although this is literally, like, never misses. So I don't know. Whatever. I can always play around with other Grimmsnarls in the future and learn how to do other movesets, so. Wait a second. Does it have to be... Are there certain conditions for evolving it to a Grimmsnarl? Because I thought it evolved at level 42. Are you guys aware? Is there something I'm not seeing here on the good old data decks? Hey, buddy.
How's it going?
It's going well.
Good.
Good. Just playing some Pokemon. Trying to get my Pokédex finished up.
Nice. You get a Gigantamax.
Where? I get a Gigantamax what?
Gigantamax Flapple.
Gigantamax what?
Flapple.
Oh, Flapple? Not right now. I already have a Gigantamax Flapple. Where's your shirt?
I know.
Is that on the couch? Why don't you go put it on, okay? A boy cannot keep his shirt on. He's always got to be Hulk or a kitty. That's what he... Alright, let's give it... Plus, you have a cool shirt. We gotta show everybody this cool shirt. Infinity War with Thanos. Here. There you go. There's your cool shirt. Okay. Let's see how many levels this one can jump up. I don't even know, too, I guess, what is the conditions for evolving. What are the conditions? Let me speak grammatically correct here. For evolving Mr. Dumbo. $34. So it shall be evolving. I love love the move Dig. I know some people hate this move because it's irritating. It gets everywhere. But I love it. Iron Defense I'm actually going to keep because, like I said, I want Pokemon to have really strong defenses as well, so they can, if there's a Pokemon that's taking a while to be caught, then at least that can boost its defense and keep it from fainting. I don't know if I really want it to learn Strength. I guess that's more powerful than Stomp. Although Stomp does make it flinch. Either way. Ironhead. This one may make it flinch, and it does 80 power level, and it doesn't have any steel type attacks, so let's do that. I'd rather it know a steel type attack than a normal type attack anyway. Play rough. Ooh, we can learn a fairy type attack from the get-go. I think I like that more than a fighting type. I mean, Rock Smash is really useful, but high horsepower, alright. I don't know that I really want to replace anything though, so maybe I'll just skip that one. Superpower. Now we're going with the Mega Fighting attack. Attack and defense. Kind of works against what I was just going for. And I don't necessarily want this to be a super overpowered Pokemon, considering it's to catch, not to destroy. Sweet. They came over from another region long ago and worked together with humans. Their green skin is resistant to water. Now this is the Pokemon that everybody, you know, associates the fact that Chairman Rose has this as his main Pokemon, and it came from another region. Pardon me. Came from another region that they don't expressly name. You know, usually if it's a region we've heard of before, they'll expressly name Johto, Kanto, blah, blah, blah. But there have been a few Pokemon where their Pokédex entries don't do that. And this is one of them. And a lot of people have said that it's very possible that it's hinting that the next region, maybe for Generation 9, could be from India, which is where, you know, an elephant like this would come from. You know, a deep jungle elephant, resistant to water, rainforest. But yeah, either way, and the fact that Chairman Rose could somewhat resemble somebody from India is another area where people have kind of linked that together. Let's learn Heavy Slam. These moves are nice, but I always am so poor at using them appropriately, so I'd rather not. You know, they can really come in handy if you're going up against a tiny Pokemon, but that's like almost essentially the only time they really come in handy. Alright, so we've got those around level 50. That's good. Let's use it on Thorn. I do want to check again with the data decks here. At what level Badoo evolves? It's pretty crazy. Addison, because of his, you know, attention to detail, could probably have told me what level off the top of his head. Okay, so happiness in daytime only to Roselia, and then you have to use a shiny stone on it from Roselia to Roserade. Happiness in daytime. Darn it, that means I would have to sit with the Pokemon camp and hang out with it for a while, which is something I don't necessarily want to take the time to do right this second. Let me also check on, since I'm looking here, let me check with Snowrunt. Dawnstone? Oh. Nice. Okay, so let's see. What levels does it learn certain moves, though? That's what I want to know. Because it's a level what? Alright, meow. 11. So it will learn Ice Shard at 15. Protect, Icy Wind, Frost Breath, Fight, Ice Fang. Does it learn anything at any level specifically to Frostlass, though? Not entirely. So it looks like it wouldn't hurt to just evolve it. Learns essentially the same exact moves, really. Oh yeah, Frostlass time. After a woman met her end on a snowy mountain, her regrets lingered on. From them, this Pokemon was born. Its favorite food? Frozen skulls. Oh, frozen souls. I thought it was frozen skulls. That would make it even darker. Frozen souls is pretty bad. Frozen. Just can you imagine just sitting there feasting on a frozen skull? Be terrifying. Alright, let's see here. This relentless attack does massive damage to a target affected by status conditions. I think I am going to replace Leer. Okay, now let's go back up to this. Give all 4 of these to Cryo. It won't get as high off of just these 4 as it did off of the 5 before, but it'll get pretty close. Not bad. Not bad at all. Get rid of Astonish. Actually, I didn't even realize I had Powder Snow. Maybe I should have looked at that one. I'm sure it's going to learn more stuff, though. Yeah. Ice Shard probably also. Just Draining Kiss. For now, I'm sure, like I said, it'll probably learn even more from this little level up. Yeah, Icy Wind. I don't think I really want to learn that one. Well, it's better than Ice Shard, I guess, isn't it? The ice type attacks really like start off very low powered and then they like jump way up. It's not really gradual. I guess maybe it is Frost Breath. It's like increments of 5 to 10. Maybe I'm wrong. Always results in a critical hit. That's cool. I did not know that. Fuse Ray, which actually is a good one for this to learn for a hunting team. Don't think I wanted to learn Hail. There's really no need. Or Will-O-Wisp, really. think I have more candies. I should. Not a ton more because I did use up a bunch previously. I just wanted to skip this one, 10 of these. Maybe that was too much. Probably was too much. No. Overdrive. I'm gonna get rid of Spark for that one. That way, at least knows like a really powerful electric attack, and then it also has Nuzzle. Boom Burst. Seriously, they need to add a sound typing. It's crazy that they haven't. Look, like all of these different moves in Pokemon that have something to do with sound. I know that they want to keep this like incredibly tight balance that they can't seem to really achieve with all the types and everything, but they should add a third typing and increase the amount of types they have. It would just add so much more dynamic play to everything and give more understanding and meaning to a lot of these other. This is a sound-based attack, which I'm going to get rid of Leer for. Magnetic Flux. Okay. Now I want to use. Is it just leveling up that you evolve Oddish? No. Maybe it is. If so, I shouldn't have used an experience candy. I should have used a rare candy. I think that's all it takes. Yeah, cool. Its pistols exude. Can't speak right now. Its pistols exude an incredibly foul odor. The horrid stench can cause fainting at a distance of 1.25 miles. It's a very specific number. Now, I cannot remember. Ah, yes. So, do I go Bellossom? Of course I do. I already have a Vileplume. But I don't have a Bellossom. Ah, it's so happy. Plentiful in the tropics, when it dances, its petals rub together and make a pleasant ringing sound. Vidalia wants to learn Petal Blizzard. Sure. Let's do grassy terrain, eh? Not really a big fan of grassy terrain either way. I'm not really a big. I know that that's like a competitive strategy to use that stuff. And when I get into competitive building of my teams and stuff, then I'll focus more on that. But for the purposes of what I'm doing with these Pokemon, I don't need Petal Blizzard. Or not Petal Blizzard. Grassy terrain. Got too caught up in the accent. Alright, let's see here. So I don't want to use Thorn. Let's go back to the experience candies quickly. Use all 10 of these on Cryo. Gonna use these two on Cryo as well. No, Tingles. Then I'm gonna use some of my rare candies. Use 4 on Tingles. There's so many great quality of life improvements to this game. One of being the fact that you can actually skip the leveling up when you're going through and giving all these candies and stuff. I mean, there's plenty more that I could list, but that as I'm doing this right now, I'm like, oh gosh, it's so nice. I want to know what I'm missing out here. I almost feel like I should search it or something, because there's got to be a way. I wonder how Grimmsnarl. Yeah, it evolves into Grimmsnarl starting at level 42. It doesn't seem like there's any special thing to it. Did I accidentally maybe click B and cancel out on the evolution or something? It's interesting. I'm gonna check. I mean, I'm gonna level up to 60 regardless. Alright, here we go. It's weird that it didn't do that before. But whatever. With the hair wrapped around its body, helping to enhance its muscles, this Pokemon can overwhelm even Machamp. Spirit Break. What does that do? User attacks the target with so much force that it could break the target's spirit. This also lowers the target's special attack stat. Nah. Cool sounding move, but not really necessary. Okay, let's go up to Cryo. Give her 7. Or Aurora Veil. Move reduces damage from physical and special moves for 5 turns. This one can only be used in a hailstorm. Good for competitive, not for this purpose. Or Wobbuffet's pre-evolution being, why not? A lot of those Pokemon also, TST, you can actually find throughout the wild area. I mean, I know it takes some time, but... And it's easier just to have somebody like, hey, yeah, I can just flip you all these Pokemon. But just in case you didn't know. No, I already said I don't want to learn high horsepower. You already asked me. Okay, so now I'm going to switch out Thorn here, since I can't take the time to evolve him right now. I do want to see at which level does Gossifleur, I guess, at any level, know a Sleepy Time move. I have any TMs or TRs. I'd do such a thing. I mean, I don't even think that I know of any that do, but maybe? Rest doesn't do it, but that just made me think grass wouldn't be the only ones. A Pokemon that can also learn yawn. I wasn't even considering them before, actually. Never heard of that move. Yeah, no, I don't. But that's, like I said, I'm gonna check. Wasn't even thinking. I mean, yawn is not as good because, you know, it takes a couple of moves to kick in. But I guess I didn't even. I should look. I'm sure it already knew sleep powder and probably. Actually. Yeah, I don't really wanna. Let's do this. But since I'm particular, I don't want to leave it on grass. Okay. So, show. I need to fly to a Pokemon Center. To me to do that. Forgot, like, no. Just clicking buttons, not even thinking. Remember to move. Nope, that should be good for now. Okay, so don't really have a lot of these left, but I'll give them all to spores here. I could always do a couple of raid battles also. Don't think I have any more experience candy. Nope. Also, that's something I don't know. Where do you get full swipe? Motostoke Western Pokemon Center, the one on the top floor. costs $10,000. Okay. Do I have it already? Or did it was a TR maybe? No. It's TM. I don't remember seeing it though. Oh, I do have it. And Mr. Tingles cannot learn it. In fact, none of my Pokemon can. I will never understand that. So I guess let me do another little quick bout of research. Okay. So I've got up a list here of all the different Pokemon in Pokemon Sword and Shield that can learn False Swipe. I do have a number of them, so let's see if I have any of them that are around level 60. Was that Crawdon? Did I see him on that list? I thought I did. Corphish can, so I don't see why Crawdon couldn't. Oops. Wrong one anyway. Whoopsies! Let us see. What's up, buddy?
Nice.
You wanna come sit with me?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Talk to electricity.
You wanna say hello?
Hello. Welcome to a stream.
Good job. You're very smart.
I'm going to get a high tag on my trouble. I clear credits. And high tag on my surprise.
A Gigantamax Lapras too?
Yep.
Alright, cool. So I think I've got a pretty darn good team now for hunting with. So let me go out to the wild area and continue along in my hunt. And go hunt some Pokemon. While I'm out here, I'll check all the raid dens too, just to see if there are some Gigantamax Pokemon. I'll definitely hop into them. Let's see here. Let's go to Pokédex. Current recommendations are still saying C-Dot and Oddish. However, I'm not by them right now, so that's kind of interesting. I will say I've already went up 16 Pokemon from where I started at, so that's cool. I do need a Blipbug and an Orbeetle. And a Caterpie. Vikavolt. And Pidov's entire evolutionary line. I don't have a Thievul? I never evolved my Nickit? Wow. It's interesting. So a lot of these also I have, but I just need to evolve them, it looks like. I'll kind of save those for later, because if I already have it, then I don't really need to take the time to catch it, per se. Although catching it might save me some candies. TSD Destroyer's over here, like, leaving a laundry list. That's hilarious. Yeah, I need quite a few, too. Obviously, you're already, like, getting pretty close, so I'm sure you're kind of in a mad dash to try to finish it off. I do feel like I should get a Ditto and breed, also. Would not be a bad idea. Hey, Addison. Oh, turn to go to the bathroom. Alright, why don't we do this? I got a bunch of stuff. Let's go back over
Master Battle.
and catch a C dot, and maybe that'll reset my recommendation.
I went to say dig a master.
There's a Kingler right here.
Kingler.
Could catch one of them.
It's Kingler.
Kingler.
He evolves into Dan Hawaiian Kingler.
Toxicity.
He evolves into
No, Toxel evolves into Toxicity.
Oh no.
Hey, Addison. Only about 10 more minutes, and then it's going to be time to get to your reading class, alright?
I want to go.
Yeah, I'm going to go finish up with him before he has to get to his reading class. Ooh. Man, that was a pretty hefty attack he just dished out on me. Let's try and use a great ball. Use up my great balls before I go use any of my ultra balls and stuff for more rare Pokemon. Nice. And I still have my master ball too, actually. I did not need to use it for Zacian. I just caught Zacian with an ultra ball. Its large and hard pincer has 10,000 horsepower strength. However, being so big, it is unwieldy to move. This might be kind of cheeky, maybe a little lame, but I'm gonna call her Queenler. Alright, sweet. After a good start on this Dex challenge. Finishing off the Dex. I'm really excited to finish it too, because then I'll get the opportunity to get the shiny charm, which will increase my odds of getting shinies, of course. And then I can start shiny hunting a little bit more seriously as well. Wait, did it say I don't have a Pancham? Oop. This reminded me I need to heal Mr. Tingles. I feel like I was looking, I don't have one. No, I don't. Okay, sweet. Let's catch Pancham. Actually, I suppose, yeah. That Pancham is on a mission. Did you guys see that? It's like blazing over here. It wants to deal me some serious damage. Use a hyper potion on Mr. Tingles. Come get some, Pancham. I wonder if Crab Hammer will knock it out. Yep. Blast! That's alright, there's tons of Pancham roaming around here. come out wherever you are. Okay, let's try and use Razor Shell this time, huh? Ooh, hey. Now we're getting somewhere. Just for good measure, I'll use... Ooh, I won't need to use. I was gonna say I was gonna use False Swipe, but that hail almost totally knocked it out. Nice. It chooses a Pangoro as its master, and then imitates its master's actions. This is how it learns to battle and hunt for prey. Alright. Yeah, I guess I will. I'm gonna name her... I'll name her Kara. Short for Karate. Pretty sure I need a Vanillite too. I was just looking at that before. Doubt I've caught one. Let's try Razor Shell out right away. Nope. I'm not a big fan of Vanillite, honestly, as a Pokemon. The design's just not quite there for me. I mean, hey, I like ice cream as much as the next guy, but... not as a Pokemon. Just try this false swiping it. Not too bad for damage, not too bad. And Ice Beam's gonna kind of do about the same, it looked like. I wonder if Crunch will knock it out. Let me try False Swipe again. But, you know, it's easy to catch them, right? So they have, what, the exact same catch rates they had before, even though now they're scaled up to a level 60? I mean, it's not like you can just throw a Pokeball at them every time and catch them, but... I know that that is kind of how it is with a lot of these low-level Pokemon. But it's never bad to teach new generations how to correctly catch Pokemon instead of just going out and throwing balls. You know, with Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, even my kids were like, they had already played all the old Pokemon games on 3DS, and then they played Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, and it was like, when they got back into Sword and Shield, they totally forgot how to catch Pokemon again. They're just throwing balls, and they're like, "Why won't it catch?" Unable to survive in hot areas, it makes itself comfortable by breathing out air cold enough to cause snow. It burrows into the snow to sleep. Search it up, because I gave you a lot of pokes. So now I want to play the game. You're hilarious, Evil Tires. Oh, so you were saying evil... I guess I was misreading your original comment also. That was to him. Or her. To TS Destroyer. Telling them, hey, there are a lot of Pokemon out there you can catch. Which is kind of what I was saying before. You know, they're all in the wild area. I'm going to name this Froyo. They're all out there. And honestly, if you just drive around, you'll find a bunch. But I understand, like I said, it is easy. It's enticing when you've got somebody who's willing to give you and help you finish your Pokédex, you know. Also, it always changes based on the weather. And these exclamation points will be different Pokemon too. Already got you. Look at this run. I don't think I have a pillow swing yet. No, I do not. Okay. Switch this up. Throw out Mr. Tingles. Since I forgot to heal Crawdons anyway. Oh, of course. Why didn't I even think about that? Of course. It's gonna be a hard one to catch anyway. I probably should have just thrown a quick ball at it right away. That's okay. Let me send out. He's not ready yet, or she's not ready yet. Let me try sending out Cryo, because then she won't be affected by a lot of things, actually. Use Confuse Ray right away. Blizzard. Hurt yourself in confusion. Nope. Hex is one of its least powered attacks, least powerful attacks, so. Oh man. Still able to use Earthquake. My god. Confusion did nothing. And take out my whole darn party right now. Don't really know what I want to use against it. I guess I can use Iron Defense. Hold out just a little longer. Hey. I wonder if I just try throwing this out here. Probably not, but hey, it's worth a shot. No? Hey? What do you know? If it charges at an enemy, the hairs on its back stand up straight. It is very sensitive to sound, sound-based Pokemon. You know what they should do? If they give it a third typing, they should make that typing like a specialized typing that does something for it. So like sound, like maybe an ethereal or like a spirit, an elemental power. You know, like something general. Instead of it being, you know, a specific typing, it should just be like a tertiary, almost like an ability, but based around typings. I don't know, it sounded like it made more sense in my head, but essentially they should add some form of concept where sound and spirit and other things kind of play into it, you know? I'm gonna call you... Ooh, I'm gonna call you Split Ends. Hey Addison, I'll let you go over just a little bit longer, but I do need you to put that away, please, and come back in here for your reading class, okay? Okay, let's see here. I'm gonna go Split Ends. Oops. Also, just curious because I was kind of looking back at one of my old streams and noticed, is the sound and the visuals super off from each other? So does my voice actually match my mouth? I guess is what I'm wondering. Or is it super delayed? I'm gonna have to heal some of my Pokemon. I'm trying to figure out exactly if it is super delayed, and every stream's super delayed. I need to figure out how to rectify that. And if I can't figure out a way to do that here on YouTube, I have been considering going over to Twitch to stream. I've heard that the latency isn't as poor over on Twitch. I mean, I know that would kind of suck because I actually do enjoy streaming here on YouTube, but if I keep running into issues where it's super laggy, I would hate for you guys to have a bad experience watching. Okay, it matches for you then? Awesome. That's good to know. I watched back to part of my Minecraft Monday video, and for some reason, at least when I was watching back on it, it wasn't matching up for some reason. Or maybe that day I was just having a problem with my internet or something. But I want you to come in here to do it, okay? Ooh, that barely did anything. I mean, aside from paralyzing her. Let's try overdrive. If electricity doesn't really harm it. That should knock it out. Nice. Orbeetle. Yeah, you make them up. You could probably at get through your video then. Yeah, but how much battery do you have left? Hey, I got it.
One. You got it?
It should be fine then. You're 5? There you go. We'll charge it afterwards. It's famous for its high level of intelligence, and the large size of its brain is proof that it also possesses immense psychic power. Ooh. Put your feet down, Edison. Sit in that chair correctly, please. I'm not sure why you smashed yourself into that chair like that. We'll name him... What do you mean? You could just pull the chair out. The chair can scoot out. It's not stuck there. That can be scoot back. You can just... See? I name it Guybug. Alright. Not too serious with the nicknames right now because, well, I like to nickname every single one of the first, like if I catch a Pokemon for the first time, I like to name it. But the fact that I can go in and change its name later on, I'd probably rather do if I'm going to actually use the Pokemon. And certain Pokemon, obviously, I'll take a little bit more time to name because I like them more. I do plan to get a Gigantamax Orbeetle, which is why I don't really care too much about the nickname of that one. Because I want to get a Gigantamax one that I can use in battle. A shiny Gigantamax Orbeetle would be really cool. Hey, it's a Colossal.
Ah.
Don't need one of those, that's for sure. Even the Gigantamax form I wouldn't need. But that's not the Gigantamax form. Where would C-Dot be? Oh, right there. That worked out. Heal yourself, why don't you? Let's use Overdrive. It's not very effective, so I'm not gonna knock it out. Or I am. Jeez. Maybe I should have just quick balled that one. Sea dog. Cute little acorn.
Acorn.
It looks like an acorn. Just try and quick ball it.
You caught it?
Maybe. Yep. Nice.
You caught it?
If it remains still, it looks just like a real nut. It delights in surprise foraging Pokemon. It delights in surprising foraging Pokemon. Good job filling up your Pokedex. Hey, I'm at 172, guys. There's a lot of Pokemon you haven't caught. Let's catch even more. Yeah, I'm gonna name it.
Hadorini and Scorbunny.
Name her Acor. Okay. Hey, a Shiftry. Might as well go try and grab it. Finish up that Dex page.
Can you turn this on?
With the sound?
Yeah.
No, because otherwise then it'll echo with the sound of our voices. So unfortunately I can't do that unless we were wearing headphones.
Mom did.
She did not. She could do it on her Switch, on her Switch Lite.
She did not.
Nice. Oh, cool.
We get her Switch dark.
Really? Her Switch dark?
Yeah.
You're just gonna say the opposite of whatever I say.
It's the darkest white book. It's
The Darkest Light is a book that I wrote. It was the first book I ever wrote. Why did I throw a great ball? I should have used an old ball. Oh well. Oh well.
nah. I broke out.
Yep, it did. Shiftry broke out.
Oh no. Toxicity is dead.
No, Toxtricity isn't dead. Pokemon don't die in these games. Oh jeez. Maybe I should try to use Nozzle again. A couple times. It doesn't do much. No, it doesn't do like anything since I used Harden. Let's try throwing another Ultra Ball.
I caught it.
Hey, you can predict the future. Thank you.
I caught it.
Yeah, we did catch it. A Pokemon that was feared as a forest guardian. It can read the foe's mind and take preemptive action. Yeah, I'm gonna name it Assassin. I don't know, let's name it, I'm gonna name him Rogue. It's a cooler name.
Look, E.
Okay, yes, there is an E in Rogue, you're right. Filling up that Pokedex.
Fairy.
Oh, what does it say here? Goldeen and Wishy Washy. Up towards Motostoke's entrance. Let's go that way. Nope. It's alright, I don't even think I have a Gala yet. We'll find out. No, I don't. Oh wait. That was such a stupid move. This Pokemon only knows attacks that are super effective against it. And the one thing it has to help catch with, False Swipe, is absolutely ineffective because it's a ghost type Pokemon. So that was just estupido. Let's try Cryo. Maybe Cryo can assist. Ooh, ghost on ghost action. That's no good.
Didn't
even think about that, actually.
High grade.
Hey, I avoided the attack. Oh no, never mind. It avoided the attack. Not paying attention. Hopefully.
Wait, decoration.
Ooh.
Earthquake.
Battling like garbage right now. Try to play rough. Uh-oh. I probably just knocked it out. Oh, good. Avoided the attack. Maybe try Iron Head. Oh, jeez. Probably shouldn't have even used anything. I'm gonna knock it out. Darn it. That's okay. There are literally plenty more where that came from. Not Duskull. I don't need a Duskull.
It's more.
No, that's not Marshadow. That's Duskull.
It evolves into more shadow.
No, it evolves into Duskclops and then Dusk Noir. I want Mr. Tingles out there, that's for sure. Here, I'm gonna move this up a little bit. Knocking into the desk here. Put your hand down. Alright, let's try using Play Rough. Sheesh. It's perfect. I guess I probably didn't even need an Ultra Ball. That was a great ball on that one. Nice. Got it.
Yeah.
They were sculpted from clay in ancient times. No one knows why, but some of them are driven to continually line up boulders. I name this Galar Golem. Pretty sure I already have Drifloon. Drifloon. Yeah, I already have Drifloon. Oop.
A castle.
That's Motorstoke.
Get back to a motor school. We have to get my way battle.
Alright, here we go. Jeez. That was pretty intense. Hey, nice. That set it up perfectly. Let's try throwing just a great ball though. Got it. Nice. Okay.
I wasn't poke my eye.
You did just poke my eye. Say I'm sorry, Dad.
I'm sorry.
I forgive you. Its dorsal, pectoral, and tail fins wave elegantly in water. That is why it is known as the water dancer. I'm gonna name him. Gold Dust. Now, for Wishy-Washy, I'm assuming you have to be on the shoreline fishing. Called it. Female Pikachu, hello, welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? I'm currently hunting some Pokemon. What are you doing?
I'm doing some.
Jeez. See if Poison Jab cannot knock it out here. That's not too bad. I'm trying to use Nuzzle one more time though. Well, very nice. I mean, obviously you're watching my video. I was just wondering what else, you know, if you're playing some Pokemon Sword and Shield too. I know a lot of people love to sit and play Pokemon Sword and Shield while they watch live stream, so just curious. Throw out here my Crawdon. want to make it easy as possible. Jeez. That should be good though. Let's try a Great Ball. Oh, jeez. Great Ball. I'm gonna try and use an Ultra Ball here. What? No. 5 times 4. You just didn't do the math right. What are you talking about? I guess. Well, get to your just do your reading homework, and we'll talk about that afterwards, Edison. You still have to do your reading first. Alright. Got myself a wishy-washy. Nice! K5? Individually, they're incredibly weak. It's by gathering up into schools that they're able to confront opponents. Wish I name her. Gathering up into schools. I'll call her Miss Washi. Almost like she's a school teacher. Miss Washi. Okay, so now it said that I need to find what next? Timple and Remoraid. Do that. I know that I saw some Timple back this way. I should really heal up my Pokemon before I get engaged in a battle. Although I don't have a lot of fainted Pokemon, jeez. Maybe I should just fly to Motostoke quickly and use the Pokemon Center. Wouldn't hurt to buy some extra revives and stuff anyway. Revives here. And we'll do some Forest Stones. Neighbor Potions. Super Potions. Just 50 of those, because I think I already have crazy in these games how rich you can actually be just by collecting things off of the ground, you know? The fact that all those items in the wild area just spawn randomly, but then they just respawn and continuously respawn all the time. And actually, I said randomly. I don't think they're all too random because they're always in the exact same places. So if you remember where they're at, you can pretty much always come back to them. Back up here and catch Tinkle. Yeah. Maybe.
Hey, I'm sleeping in the bed.
Yeah, you wanna go sleep on the bed? You can go take a nap if you want. You wanna grab a blanket and snuggle on? You can go snuggle on mom and dad's bed if you want. Nice, got it right where I want it. Nice. Oh, my little buddy here to high five. Graceful ripples running across the water's surface are a sure sign that Timple are singing in high-pitched voices below. Yeah, I'm gonna call him Beats. Because it looks like he's wearing headphones. And his eyebrows are music notes. Should I even need one of those? Whooper! No, don't need one of those. Now I actually need to, what is it, Remoraid, based on the Pokedex's suggestions. Which it's in the water down here. Which I wonder, is it? A fishing spot? No, that's a Goldeen. Alright, so then on the other side, with the summary, I want you to find another one of the Nancy Drew books and start one of those today. Because I'm still running into issues with the Wizard of Oz, so I'll have to wait and see if I can figure that out first. But in the meantime, I want you to start a new book, so we'll start the next Nancy Drew book, okay? So I want you... That's fine, you can just pick the next one in the series. Doesn't really matter. I don't think it's actually chronological anyway. I mean, maybe it is. I guess I don't know. Hey, Remoraid! So they like skip across the water. I need a Seeking? Not right now. Where is Golding at? Sorry if that was a little loud also. Maybe it's not up this far. Maybe, yeah, I'm going the wrong way, I think. No, I guess I could always just go into the battle. Oh, no, I don't have it. Okay. Seeking's kind of terrifying, honestly. I would not want to be swimming in a body of water with a Seeking. That works. Yeah. No, not right now. Yeah, Scout. You gotta watch out, man. You stepped on his toes. Scout, go in. Yeah, I did hurt. Are you okay? Scout can be kind of clumsy sometimes. You wanna come say hi, Scout? Come here, Scout. You come say hi. Come here. You come say hi. It's okay. It's a good boy. Oh, Jesus. You are. I know. I know. You're a good boy. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. You can come say hi too. I know. Are you bored or something? In autumn, its body becomes more fatty in preparing to propose to a mate. It takes on beautiful colors. I wish that they would actually do some of that in Pokemon, you know? It'd be cool if, you know, your Seeking could actually change color based on the season. And this is another one where it's a female, so I'm gonna name it Queen. I know, like I said, kind of lame, but whatevs. I don't think I have a Frillish yet either. Nope. Toxicity must have a pretty high speed stat. I can usually get off like 2 attacks before they can even hit me once. I'll try just using a Great Ball here. It's the first stage evolution. But who knows? We'll see. Careful, please. Nice. It envelops its prey in its veil-like arms and draws it down to the deeps, 5 miles below the ocean's surface. Ooh, it's creepy. Gonna name it Lordly. That's kind of based off of a theory that Birdkeeper Toby had on his video that Frillish are actually the old kings of Galar. If you have not watched the video I suggested, it's definitely a cool video. Ooh. A pink Frillish. I I'd love to have a full set. Try just throwing out a quick ball. Nice. Nah, not this one. Although I guess I could have called it Lord with an E. Shaking things up a bit. Ooh. Man, those things are quick. Like as soon as you see it, it's gone already. Whoa. Magikarp jumps like way out of the water. Man. Oh. Oh, jeez. Where are you at, Remoraid? Sorry, Goldbean. In fact, I might just knock you out. So I can get some experience still and keep increasing my odds of shinies. I should do that more often than just running from battle. In most games, I actually have in most of the Pokemon games I've ever played, I should say, I actually have the rule I set for myself that I never run from a battle. I battle every single Pokemon I come across. But since I've been streaming, I've been kind of abandoning that rule because I've been trying to get things done on stream versus taking the time to battle each and every Pokemon. I don't have an unlimited amount of time, unfortunately. Come on, Remoraid. It's like they're toying with me. Nope. Did not mean for that. It's alright, the water and flying should go down no problem. It was right there. Are you kidding me? How in the world do you catch these things? Oh man, oh man. Almost like you gotta accidentally run into them. Oh, that was so cool. There's no way for you to really catch up to them once you see them. Alright. Should be no problem. Just throw an overdrive at it. Oh, I was right there. I'm telling you, it's like you gotta accidentally run into him, which is just crazy. Oh, come on, that one should have counted. That was close enough. Come on, that's crazy. Crazy frustrating. Couldn't imagine trying to shiny hunt Remoraid. That's gonna be difficult. I might as well just use the egg method on that one because I would sit here forever. Oh, come on, I was so close. It's like catching a fish with your bare hands. I wonder if they make it so tricky because you have to have a Remoraid in order to evolve your Mantine. Oh, no need to pop a tentacle over it, Graplock. I'm not trying to invade on your territory. At this point, I would definitely take a trade for this. Honestly, this is tricky. Is there a pattern to how they're moving? It looks like it, but at the same time, what is that pattern? I'm gonna go right here. Oh my goodness. Definitely makes me feel like I should just move on to the next Pokemon and try to find somebody to trade me a Remoraid, because this is just ridiculous. How are you supposed to catch that thing? You finished everyone? Nicely done.
There are 12 pages.
Over there too, huh? Oh. You can catch it by fishing. Sorry, Scout. That's nice to know. Sit down and do your summary then, Addison. That's the one I was looking for. Yeah, they're great books, aren't they? I love mystery books like that. She's very smart too. She problem solves a lot of her cases. Starts with knowing absolutely nothing about them and then moves on to figuring out how to solve it. Well, thank you. Yeah, and it's a fantasy book too. Oops. Pushed it. Didn't mean to. Magikarp. Sweet. Yeah, might as well. Oh, relax. Move my chair and Scott just freaked out like I was gonna run him over, but he's nowhere even near me. PTSD from when I just ran him over. Come on, wishy-washy, come on. Definitely don't need more Magikarp. Plenty of those. Yeah, I spent all my remaining time on this darn wishy-washy. Not gonna reach my goal probably today of catching at least 50 more species. But that's okay, I got pretty close. Got about halfway, I think. A little over halfway. This wishy-washy's held me up the last, like, what, 10, 15 minutes, so that hasn't really helped. It'd be nice if I could just find one. You're the weak Pokemon. You're a nice bird. There we go, finally. I'm not even gonna mess around, I'm just gonna try and throw a quick ball at it right away. Yeah, that's already there. Jeez. Nice, alright. Finally. All that work paid off, kind of. The water they shoot from their mouths can hit moving prey from more than 300 feet away. So, I got 30 today. That's not bad. Gonna name her... Wesson. For Smith and Wesson. Alright, and I do think that that is where I am going to call it a day for now. Like I said, I got 30 out of the 50 that I was hoping to at least get today. Making my way up there. Haven't quite crossed that 200 mark, but I have high hopes that I'll be able to pull it off. Interesting, the next ones are en route as well, aren't they? Anyway, But yeah, so make sure you check back in on Friday. It won't be a solo stream for me, but instead, Friday evening will most likely be another max raid battle with my entire family. However, I'm not exactly certain because we might have some plans with friends. So if we do, then I'll be going live myself Friday afternoon doing more Pokédex hunting. Otherwise, if our friends don't end up coming over for the weekend, then Friday night you can look forward to some max raid battles with my entire family. I definitely appreciate all of you guys for checking in to another stream. I thoroughly hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you hit me up on all of my social accounts. Subscribe to this channel if you're new. Drop this video a like if you enjoyed it. And also, make sure you check into my Teespring store where I have some really cool new designs that have been coming out for shirts and stickers and even cell phone cases that I think you guys will enjoy. So I really appreciate it. I hope you guys have a great day. Thank you so much for watching. And until next time, this has been Professor Noki signing out once again for Noki Plays.